Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
1. Introduction. The United States of America and Mexico are two very large countries. They are neighbors in North America. Many people know the USA for its delicious cheeseburgers and its very tall buildings called skyscrapers. On the other hand, Mexico is famous for being the place where chocolate first came from. It also has many old and amazing pyramids built by ancient people. These two nations share a very long border. This border is thousands of miles long, but even though they are so close, their stories are quite different. The land in each country looks different. People in the USA and Mexico also have different ways of life. They have unique cultures, traditions, and daily routines. This book will take us on a journey to explore these differences. We will also find some interesting things that are similar between the United States and Mexico. We will look at many parts of their lives. First, we will learn about the land. We will compare how big each country is and how many people live there. We will see different types of nature, from high mountains and dry deserts to warm beaches and green forests. Then we will talk about the people and their daily lives. What languages do they speak? How important is family in their homes? Do people think about time in the same way? These questions will help us understand everyday life in both places. After that, we will explore culture and fun. We will taste popular foods like hamburgers from the USA and tacos from Mexico. We will learn about their important holidays, such as the 4th of July and the Day of the Dead. We will also discover which sports are most popular in each country. Next, we will look at how people work and make money. We will compare their economies and the different types of money they use. We will learn about common jobs and how many hours people work. We will also explore their shared history. We will see when and how each country became independent. We will talk about their long border and how their relationship has changed over time. Finally, we will think about how schools work in both nations. We will compare how children learn and what is important in their education. By the end of this journey, you will have a better understanding of the United States and Mexico. You will see how they are special in their own ways. You will also see how they are connected as neighbors. Learning about these two countries helps us appreciate the rich diversity of the world. It shows us that even close neighbors can have many fascinating differences and similarities. 2. Land and people. The United States and Mexico are large countries located next to each other. They share a long border, but their land and the people living there show some clear differences. First, let us look at their physical size. The United States is much bigger in terms of land area when compared to Mexico. Its land is about 4 times larger than Mexico's total area. This means the United States has a significantly greater amount of space. When we talk about the number of people, the United States also has a larger population. It has about 2 times more people living within its borders than Mexico does. Both nations, however, are home to many millions of people. The geography of both countries is incredibly diverse. This means you can find many different types of natural environments. Mexico has a lot of mountains. Approximately 70% of its land is covered by mountains. These mountains create stunning views and lead to various climates. In the United States, there are also mountains, but they cover a smaller portion of the land. Only about 30% of the United States is mountainous. Instead, the United States features large, flat areas in its central regions. These vast flatlands are often used for agriculture. Both countries also boast long coastlines. Along these beautiful coasts, you can discover many sandy beaches. Additionally, both nations share big desert regions, such as the Sonoran Desert and the Chihuahuan Desert. These deserts are known for their hot and dry conditions, supporting unique plants and animals. Now, let us talk about the people and the languages they speak. The primary language in the United States is English. Most people living there speak English every day. In Mexico, the primary language is Spanish. Mexico holds the distinction of being the country with the most Spanish speakers in the entire world. This is a very interesting fact. What is even more interesting is that the United States also has a very large number of Spanish speakers. In fact, it has the second largest Spanish-speaking population globally. This means that in many parts of the United States, it is common to hear both English and Spanish being spoken. Many people in the United States choose to learn Spanish, and many people from Mexico often move to the United States. This strong connection makes Spanish a very important language for understanding both nations. The languages spoken truly highlight how connected these two neighbors are, even with their distinct differences. 3. Family and daily life. Family life is a very important part of daily routines in both the United States and Mexico. However, the way families live and interact can be quite different. These differences show important parts of each country's culture. In Mexico, family ties are often very strong. It is common for many family members to live near each other. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins often live close by. This close connection means family members are often very involved and help each other with many things, from daily tasks to big life events. This strong family bond gives much support and a sense of belonging. Young adults in Mexico often stay at home with their parents for a longer time. It is common for them to live with their parents until they get married. This tradition shows the strong family unit. The family supports its members for many years. Parents often provide a home for their adult children. In return, children show respect and help their parents. In the United States, family life often focuses more on independence. Children are usually encouraged to become independent at a younger age. Many young people leave their parents' homes around the age of 18. This happens when they go to college or start jobs. The goal is for young adults to live on their own and become self-reliant. Family is still important, but daily interactions might be less frequent once children move out. Another interesting difference in daily life is how people view time. In the United States, being on time is considered very important. People usually follow schedules strictly. If a meeting is set for 10 o'clock, people expect it to start exactly at 10 o'clock. Being late can be seen as disrespectful. This focus affects work, school, and social plans. In Mexico, the approach to time can be more relaxed. For formal events like work, being on time is important, but for social gatherings, it is sometimes less strict. For example, if friends plan to meet at 7 o'clock, some might arrive a little later. This is not always seen as a problem. It can be part of a more flexible way of life. This can surprise people from other cultures. These differences in family and time show how daily life differs in these two countries. They reflect important cultural values. Understanding these differences helps us see the rich variety in their everyday lives. 4. Culture and fun. The cultures of the United States and Mexico offer many ways to have fun. Food is a big part of this. In the United States, people often enjoy classic dishes. Hamburgers are very popular, made with meat, bread, and toppings. Hot dogs are common at sports games. For dessert, many Americans like apple pie. These foods are known worldwide and are part of American culture. Mexican food is also very famous. It has a long history and rich flavors. Tacos are well known, with tortillas filled with meat and salsa. Enchiladas are another favorite, made with rolled tortillas, chili sauce, and cheese. Mole is a special sauce often served with chicken. Mexican food is celebrated for its taste and tradition. Meal times are different. In the United States, dinner is often the main meal, eaten in the evening, usually between 6 and 8 o'clock. Lunch is typically lighter. In Mexico, lunch is the most important meal of the day. It is often a large meal shared with family. People eat lunch later in Mexico, sometimes between 1 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Dinner in Mexico is often a lighter meal, eaten later. Both countries have important holidays. In the United States, the 4th of July is a big celebration. It marks the country's independence. People gather for barbecues, parades, and fireworks. Thanksgiving is another major holiday in November. It is a time for families to share a large meal and be thankful. In Mexico, one of the most significant celebrations is the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos. This holiday is on November 1st and 2nd. It is a special time when families remember their loved ones who have passed away. People build altars with food and flowers. They visit cemeteries. It is a colorful and meaningful tradition. When it comes to sports, each country has its own favorite. In the United States, American football is the most popular sport. Millions of people watch games, especially the Super Bowl. Teams play with an oval-shaped ball, trying to score points. The sport is known for its strong players. In Mexico, the most popular sport is soccer, which many people call football. Soccer is played all over the world. Mexican fans are very passionate about their teams. People gather to watch matches. Children often play soccer. The sport is a big part of Mexican life, bringing communities together. 5. Work and money. People in both the United States and Mexico work to earn money. This money helps them buy food, clothes, and other important things for daily life. It also helps them support their families. How people work and how much they earn can be quite different in these two neighboring countries. First, let's look at the economy. An economy is how a country makes and uses its money. It includes all jobs, businesses, and goods made and sold. The United States has a very large economy. It is much bigger than Mexico's economy. In fact, the U.S. economy is more than 15 times bigger. This means there are many more industries and jobs in the U.S. The money used in each country is also different. In the United States, people use the US dollar. This currency is used for all purchases. In Mexico, the money is called the Mexican peso. When people travel between the two countries, they need to change their money to the local currency to buy things. Both American and Mexican people are known for working hard. They value their jobs and try to do their best. However, the money people earn for their work, called wages, is often quite different. Wages are usually much higher in the United States than in Mexico. This means a person working a similar job might earn more dollars in the US than pesos in Mexico. Higher wages can mean people have more money to buy things, pay for housing, or save for big goals. The amount of time people spend at work each week can also differ. In Mexico, the work week can be quite long. People sometimes work many hours each day, for many days in a week. Mexico has some of the longest usual work hours in all of Latin America. This means many individuals spend a lot of time at their jobs. In the United States, a typical work week is often 40 hours, but average work hours can differ by job. Understanding these differences in work and money helps us see more about daily life in each country. Both cultures value hard work. However, the economic conditions and the amount of money earned can shape people's lives in distinct ways. People always try to find good jobs to support themselves and their loved ones, no matter where they live. The way money moves is a big part of how each country functions every day. 6. A look at history. Both the United States and Mexico have a history of fighting for their freedom. The United States fought for its freedom from Great Britain. This important event happened in the year 1776. It was a long struggle, but the United States won its independence and started its own government. Mexico also fought to become a free nation. Its fight for independence was against Spain, which had ruled Mexico for many years. Mexico gained its independence in the year 1821. This was 45 years after the United States became free. Both countries celebrate these dates as important national holidays, remembering those who fought for freedom. The United States and Mexico share a very long border, almost 2,000 miles long. It runs from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. This border is a busy place, with many people and goods crossing it daily. Its location has changed over time, showing a long and complex history. The relationship between these two countries has not always been easy. There have been difficult times, including a war in the 1840s. This war is known as the Mexican-American War. During this conflict, the two countries fought over land. After the war, the border changed, and Mexico lost a large amount of land to the United States. This historical event shows how their relationship has sometimes been challenging. Today, the United States and Mexico have a different kind of relationship. They are very important to each other as major trading partners. Many goods and products move between the two countries every day. For example, cars, electronics, and fresh food are bought and sold across the border. This trade helps both economies to grow and provides jobs. Beyond trade, their cultures have influenced each other greatly. You can see this influence in many areas. For instance, Mexican food is very popular in the United States, and American fast food is common in Mexico. Many American songs have a Latin influence, and Mexican music is heard in the U.S. English words are sometimes used in Mexico, and Spanish words are used in the United States. This shows how two neighbors, even with different histories, are connected and learn from one another. Understanding this history helps us to understand their relationship today. 7. Ways of schooling. Education is an important part of life in both the United States and Mexico. The way children go to school is similar in some ways but also has clear differences. In the United States, children usually start primary school. This level often lasts for 5 years. After primary school, they move to middle school for about 3 years. Then, students attend high school for 4 years. This structure is sometimes called a 5-3-4 system. Most students complete high school around the age of 18. Mexico has a different school structure. Children typically begin with 6 years of primary school. Following this, they go to secondary school for 3 years. After secondary school, they can choose to go to preparatoria, which is similar to high school, for 3 more years. So Mexico's system can be described as a 6-3-3 system. In Mexico, it is required by law for children to attend school until a certain age. This usually means they must go to school until they are about 15 years old. This age often matches the completion of secondary school. After this, continuing to preparatoria or university is a personal choice. In the United States, school attendance is generally compulsory until age 16 or 18, depending on the specific state. Both countries understand that good education helps individuals and strengthens the nation. However, the level of financial investment in education can vary. The United States generally allocates a larger portion of its national income to education compared to Mexico. This difference in spending can mean that schools in the U.S. might have more resources, such as newer technology or smaller class sizes, for their students. Because of these differences in systems and resources, the number of students who finish high school is not the same in both nations. In the United States, a higher percentage of students successfully complete their high school education. Many of these graduates then choose to continue their studies at a college or university. In Mexico, while many students also finish secondary school, a smaller percentage continue on to preparatoria and then to university. This can be due to different factors, including family economic situations or the need for young people to begin working earlier. Despite these differing approaches, both the United States and Mexico aim to provide their young people with a strong foundation for their future through education. The distinct school systems play a key role in shaping the next generations in both countries, preparing them for their roles in society and the world of work. 8. Neighbors and friends. We have now learned many interesting things about the United States and Mexico. We have seen how these two large countries, though neighbors, have distinct cultures and ways of life. From their vast lands and many people to their daily routines and special celebrations, we explored a wide range of differences and similarities. We learned that their geography varies, with Mexico having more mountains and the U.S. having large flatlands. We saw how family life is very important in both, but with different ideas about independence. Time, food, and holidays also showed us unique traditions. In the US, people often eat hamburgers, while in Mexico, tacos are a favorite. Sports like American football and soccer are popular in each country, respectively. We also looked at their histories, their economies, and how their schools work. Despite these many differences, the United States and Mexico are connected. They share a very long border, almost 2,000 miles. This closeness means they influence each other in many ways. You can easily see this influence in their food. Mexican food, like burritos and enchiladas, is very popular in the United States. Many American cities have excellent Mexican restaurants. In return, some American foods and brands can also be found in Mexico. Music is another area where their cultures meet. American music genres like rock and pop are listened to in Mexico. At the same time, Mexican music, such as mariachi and norteño, is loved by many people in the United States. This exchange of culture makes both countries richer and more diverse. Their relationship is also important for trade. They buy and sell many goods from each other, which helps both economies. This makes them important partners. The story of the United States and Mexico teaches us a valuable lesson. Even when countries are very different, they can still be good neighbors. Understanding and respecting these differences is key. Learning about other cultures helps us see the world with open eyes and appreciate the unique qualities each nation brings. It shows us that different ways of life can exist side by side, creating a rich tapestry of friendship and mutual understanding.